Indian, I'm your TP. I'm the beach, you're the bikini. The remote control, you're the TV. DVD player, I'm the CD. I can see us closer than 3D. Girl, your love is sweeter than kiwi. I can be your Adam, you can be Eve. I'm gon' bite that apple, believe me. I've been searching hard for your love, like a miner digging for gold. And if haters were the ocean, we would stay afloat with the boats. And if you were 4 tires, I would let you ride on my road. If I were your stripper pole, would you work me until I'm rusty and old?
Oh yeah, right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Yeah. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side.
Angel face with angel eyes, you must be heaven sent. Our hearts had a collision and it, mind you, left a dent. This love is meant to happen, girl, it's not an accident. So if you give me your heart, I promise I will represent. You're my pieces, I'm your puzzle. You're my rain, I'm your puddles. You're my teddy bear like Snuggles. If it's team us, let's huddle. We can be strength in life struggles. You're my red nose with no muzzle. I can be the product, you can be the dollars. Girl, let's orchestrate this hustle.
Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side.
I am directions, you would be the destination. If I were an employer, would you choose my occupation? I must be a shovel, cause I'm digging you penetration. Girl, your love's got a hold on me like procrastination. If I were your telescope, you'd be my shining star. Beautiful, what's a crime? I'm arresting you like the law. My love is your parking garage, girl, come and park your heart. If I'ma slide on the playground, would you slide in my sliding mug?
Oh yeah, right. Girl, you my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. Right. You my ride or die. Like a diamond, we will shine. Right. Baby girl, it's you and I. Yeah. Baby, I won't leave your side. I won't leave your side. Every day and night. Every night and day. I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night. Every night and day. I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. We have to tell it and we're getting it on. Baby girl, tell me what you wanna do. Yeah, right. We can stop on the bed, bath and beyond. Baby girl, tell me what you into. Yeah. Cause every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Every day and night, every night and day, I wanna lay your body, girl, in every single way. Forever my lady like Jodeci. You see your body keep controlling me, and I'm trying to get it poppin' like it's ecstasy. But your body should stay close to me. We gon' get it poppin', we gon' get it poppin' and soaking wet, fuck around. Got your girls, man, they all upset. Where you at? Where you at? Where you been spending time? Got a man, I always hit you up, but you not around. I be on not a man, I hit you up on the phone. I'm head down to pick you up, baby girl, when you all alone. I want to call you up, but but I can't do that shit. Come over here, baby. You the one I'm rolling with. You the one I'm fooling with. I spend the hours, 1,000 flowers, and tuna fish. Baby girl, you the only one that I'm dealing with. I swear to God, the MC Hammer cut you too legit. And didn't know that you my mama, Mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. And didn't know that you my mama, Mia. Baby girl, you picture perfect like the Mona Lisa. Take you out to France, do it a little dance. Telling me that you love me, you posting it on the gram. Baby girl, I got plans for you. Better yet, I made plans for two. Take your time, let me admire you. And baby girl, we get it poppin' like we supposed to do. We can start from the stairs, girl, I promise.
Communication becomes convenient, enjoyable, and cheaper when you have the best application in your hand. The Pro Global Social Media app gives you access to free global communication and networking. With the D Pro Global Social Media app, you can do live video chat, live audio calling, live text messaging, live group video and audio conferencing. Not only that, you also do fast sharing, creating and posting to your story, post engagement with emojis, and more. The Depot Global Social Media app does in-app purchases, in-app searching, storytelling. The app also allows you to create video, audio, text, and internet link posting. Get the best app today with 100% data security and end-to-end encryption. Add customization and privacy settings to the Depot Global Social Media app and enjoy 24/7 endless communication. Download the Depot Global Social Media app on Google Play Store and Apple Store and enjoy endless communication. Visit our website on www.depot-idb.com or email us at info@depot-idb.com. Depot Global Social Media app, making communication easier. Do you care to know why thousands of people have switched from using oil-bomb paint to using Une Zize quality paint? Zize quality paint is a high-quality American non-hazard latex paint that doesn't fade or peel off your walls when applied. Zize quality paint comes in variety of colors that you can choose from. We even customize our customers' paint based on their request just to satisfy their desire. Stop by at any of our 3 branches at Police Academy Junction opposite NP Fueling Station, Baptist Seminary opposite Highway Gas Station, and St. Paul Bridge opposite Marco Plaza. Zize quality paint can be used for both interior and exterior painting works. Customers living overseas can pay through Zelle on 217-720-8858. You can contact us via cell numbers 0777-366-142 or 0770-496-273 or +121-772-08858. Think Zize, think quality.
Spicing up, what's next?
Made with ginger, coconut water, natural juice flavor, vitamins and minerals is Muncie Power Drink. Muncie Power Drink helps reduce high blood pressure, get rid of toxins, help improve children and adult memory. It also helps the body fight effects of excess sugar. Muncie Power Drink has no added sugar, no artificial flavors, and all natural ingredients. It is a healthy drink for just everybody. It has 4 natural juice flavors: pineapple, mango, strawberry, and turmeric. For wholesale or retail purchase, visit major supermarkets across Monrovia and its environs. If you are outside Monrovia, you can do your purchase at Kakata Supermarket and Ataro Business Center in Ganta. You can also visit our store on the O Road, right next to the American School. For more information, call us on 0770-307-572 or 0776-580-730. Muncie Power Drink, not just your regular energy drink. Allen Bernard International, or ABR, is a management consulting firm with a team of consultants and associates who focus on growing and transforming home healthcare agencies non-profits, and small businesses in other industries as well as individuals. Our services include ABR Business Support Services, ABR Accounting and Tax Services, and ABR Anti-Money Laundering Compliance Services. At ABR, we bring to each assignment dedication and commitment, experience and skills, performance-based process, integrated solution teams, and client relations. For more inquiries on our services, call phone number 469-378-3955. That's Allen Bernard International or ABR, transforming business through ideas.
Do you need a car?
Ready for an upgrade?
Then come to Sika Motors, sole distributors of Toyota vehicles, Mitsubishi vehicles, and Yamaha motorbikes, genuine accessories and spare parts.
You name it, we have it. We have the 2022 brands of Toyota vehicles. Select from our new Toyota Starlight,
Toyota Belter, Toyota Rush.
We've got the best deal in town. Through our Sika Motors financing schemes with selected banks, EcoBank Liberia and UBA Liberia, starting at the lowest as $500 USD. You won't believe these prices. Come for quality, reliability, and durability. Take a spin and let's make a deal.
Sika Motors on UN Drive at Sailtown, Bushra Island, or call Sika Motors on +231 775 987 758 or email cmarketing@cfao.com. Sika Motors, drive with confidence.
Hello, fellow Liberians. This is Joseph Yumabwalka. It is time to be counted for the upcoming general election, and I'm asking you to please make sure to register to vote. Every election is determined by the people who show up and vote. One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by people you did not elect. We must never forget the importance of making our vote count. We paid high price for this democracy as a people. Let us protect and defend it. Voting is the expression of our commitment to ourselves, our children, our welfare to this country, and our one world. Please listen out for the dates and the places and go and register to vote. The rescue mission is well on course. When you register and vote, you will think Liberia, love Liberia, and then build Liberia. Again, I say this is Ambassador Joseph Yumabwalka.
We all know the headache we go through sending money to our loved ones, friends, and family in Liberia. High fees, long lines in banks, the usual complaint of the system being down, such a waste of time and energy. That is why I was very happy when I learned that SendWave is now in Liberia. So now I can send money anytime from anywhere directly from my smartphone to the MTN Lone Star Cell mobile money account of a loved one, friend, or family within seconds for just a tiny fee. So download SendWave now to your phone from your Apple Store or Google Play Store. Add your details, and don't worry, they are very safe and secure. And start sending money today. Don't forget to insert the promo code COSTA to get free $5 credit added to your first transfer. SendWave is secure, super fast, and by far the most affordable way to send money to Liberia. I'm Henry P. Costa and a very happy customer. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening. It depends on where you are joining us from. It's another brand new day across Liberia and the globe. Today is the 6th day of April, AD 2023. It's a remarkable day, and this day have a lot of history in our mind. April 6th, April 6th, April 6th. Good morning, Darlington Collins. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Buaka, and good morning to our many listeners. Yes, indeed, today, April 6th, very historic day in our country. Forces um, Unimo K, and the NPFL look for Roosevelt Johnson. So a lot have
Mhm.
happened on April 6th. So sad history, right? The infamous April 6th.
And it was now a good day though, but we still remember this particular day, Uh, somebody tell you about April says it was not a good day for Liberia.
Certainly it wasn't.
Okay, so welcome. We have few things to look at. Uh, Darlington, our government officials that were accused of rape in Korea
Mm-hmm.
were sentenced to 9 years each imprisonment. Uh, that's a message that our relationship internationally is not something good. I don't support what they did, but were there any part play by this government in at least trying to help the brothers one way or the other? I say if it was, then okay, but they were sentenced to 9 years each yesterday, Darlington.
Yeah, Boyka. I mean, it's really a tough spot. I have known Owen Brown. I know him personally. He's a big brother and a friend. Um, I feel sorry for his family. And, I don't really know the other gentleman. I'm Joseph. I know brother Tao, whatever his name is. But it's very sad. Especially hearing what happened in Korea. But you see, Boyka, this whole Owen Brown thing. I think there's a lesson there to be learned. The lesson there to be learned is that young people, especially who have the urge, the burning desire, a lot
Mhm.
of us young people, boy, God, we graduate from university, the only thing we want is a government job. And we find ourselves in some political party, we start defending our line, and we just so want this job. My man, boy, God, I remember how Owen Brown basically literally harassed Isaac Jackson for that job, my man.
Mhm.
They were all
Mhm.
year on it. Oh, the government has replaced the man. Why the men don't want to come and go? My man, you go to those places, you must conduct yourself. The problem with we Liberian men, when we are on foreign skies and we have some petty cash in our pocket, I don't know for some reason, my man, even the people on Facebook they can talk anything here about Adam Jenner. The first thing that click to a man's mind is to socially misbehave. You know, you get small money in your pocket, you somewhere, you start calling say, my man, where is spot there? You want to do this, you want to do that. But there's a whole lot of lesson learned, and I think the government could do little, basically, because yes, they are diplomats, but their immunities will only come into play if they were accredited near the sole capital.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, Owen Brown is accredited in the UK, so I think the government tried to an extent, but the engagement wasn't so good from the beginning. From the beginning, the government only interested in getting the guys back and say, but the government did get him a lawyers, you know.
Yeah.
I think the government could have engaged in more diplomatic, engagement with the Koreans. Man, we are not on good. We don't have a good history with the Koreans.
Mhm. Sure.
When Mr. Fomba Sali were at the NSA, remember the Koreans, that were harassed with the money situation and that money taken away and they were deported to Korea. These are Korean businessmen. So what do the Koreans tend to benefit? You can do prisons and prisoner swap. I'm not sure whether we got
No.
Koreans lingering
Mm-mm.
in our prison system. In fact, in our country, when somebody of different skin tone is accused, especially a Caucasian, there are possibilities that you may not the prison cell may not even be the place for you to sleep. So it's sad. There's South Korea, they don't play over there. I don't 100% trust their jurisdiction, but to say whether they were given a fair trial, but South Korea to a reasonable extent, is better in terms of I think the rule of law than Liberia. By the way, any country you see America be friends, that means they must have They are not a banana republic. South Korea is one of those countries that is dear to America's heart. They have missions there. So I'm sure they were accorded due process. It is sad that Owen Brown and brother Joseph Ta, I think that's his name, had
Yeah.
to end this way. Going down 9 years, damaging their career, my man. Owen Brown couldn't wait to go to the UK, my man. Owen Brown couldn't wait. My man, as a Jackson passport had expired here, your family was stuck. The government stopped paying benefits because, again, they wanted to replace, this Isaac Jackson, a former government critic, with their own man, who basically come from the Joe Howard Taylor camp, who Owen Brown is like a godson basically to the vice president. He's a very nice guy. I feel sorry for him. I met him many years ago at the Women Democracy Radio. That's where he used to work. He comes from that area. He's a journalist who work at broadcast media. That's where I know him from. So yeah.
And they should just send a message out to others in government, not only being in government, other citizens, most especially we guys, because like you said previously, Darlington, once we have control over the little cash, we think that some of the things that easily happen in our country back home here in Liberia, we'll take it to other countries, and that's just what happened. Probably they've been doing things of such in Liberia or other countries, and then going there in Korea, doing similar thing, and now they are now hooked up in this web. Is not something like we should just look at and let it slide, because we have to send the awareness out there, because we don't want it repeating itself again. It's our country and our image got damaged. Liberia image got damaged. Yep. They can be, if they were ordinary citizens, we don't get time for that, even though they are our citizens, but they are officials of our government and they were representing us. That's True. My point. They were representing us. So if you, for instance, are here, Darlington and I, we represent the Costa Show, and today Costa say, oh, Baka, you and Darlington go and represent our institution to Bonova Palace. Then we go and do something out of the way that will become arrested, placed behind bars. It will not be like, it's Darlington and Bwaka that did this. They will say it is the Costa Show, the guys from the Costa Show. So the two guys were representing this country. They went out there
for conference
to represent us. Now got involved into this. So the simple message again that is coming from this: whenever Liberian officials are out there, people become skeptical. People say, oh, we have to be careful with these guys, because some of the officials got involved in this particular, rape case. So when they are in our country, let's make sure we protect our ladies, our X, Y, and Z, up until they can go back. So this is not just about them. It's about the image of our country. And I don't know if this has happened before. I stand to be corrected, but for me, since I begin knowing myself, this is the first time for it to happen under a weird administration. So if it has happened before in previous government, I don't know about that. But for me, I know I've seen it in this administration. And President Weah, like you said, they fought Isaac Jackson for the position.
Oh, my man, not easy.
Isaac Jackson was so fit for the position. He represented us. He did a lot of things for us there. We may not agree politically, Darlington, with Isaac Jackson on some things, but he did extremely well when he served that particular position. Then, in a twinkle of an eye, that your government come and take over from him, you get into this web. It's so disgraceful, Darlington.
Very. Bwaka, and I think honor Mr. Weah, it is just so unfortunate. It is not the first of its kind. When you read the Americans report, about the raping activity at the Liberian National Police headquarters.
Yes.
I don't know what I remember that.
Yeah,
about
it was flagged up in
policeman involved
the
in rape.
U.S. Human Rights Report. It was
Yep.
flagged out.
Subsequently release of his position. Now he's back on the job. So, moment, I know foreign, I know ex dignitaries, people who were entitled to Liberian diplomatic passport on a previous administration, who since the WIA administration came, they render their diplomatic they turn their diplomatic passport over, because it is useless to even travel with a Liberian diplomatic passport when you are selling your diplomatic passport over. Nobody want to be associated with that. Nobody want to be traveling to America, UK, China, and you present your passport, for example, and it is the rare Liberian diplomatic passport, when there are reports, tons and tons of reports, that all you do with your diplomatic passport is that they are off for sale, they are auctioned to the highest bidder. Again, Isaac Jackson had a 10-year position. In fact, the court even reminded the government that this man's position is a 10-year position. You can't remove it right now. The government said, "Oh, send a court won't play the kind of thing. Let the court pay the man's salary." When the man's diplomatic passport expired here, a family for them to go home, they refused to renew the passport. The man was stuck with his family basically until they wanted the man to resign the position so that their own guy would take over. Only to come up with this. Owen Brown is a very deeply religious guy, like me too. Sometimes, he's very involved with this church business, this Owen Brown. So I don't know how possibly, he got himself caught up with this. But my man, we all will have brain men and we know ourselves. My man, there are times where, you go to other parts of the world, considering you want to misbehave, you not call your men in the times, my man, in time.
Sure.
Your men will tell you how they can operate.
Sure.
And I know some decent Liberians there, who have been living in South Korea. They know how to move around. They know, they know what's going on. But to just go in a people place, you in one hotel for a conference for maybe 2-3 days and get yourself entrapped into this. So I read the release from the Liberian Maritime Authority. They said that they are making an arrangement for, a representative of each of the family to travel to South Korea to go and see, their family relatives, to go and the government will honor the cause, one of each. Maybe one from Moses Owen Brown family, one from, Joseph Tar family, to go meet their family member in a disgraceful state. But do I think that they should serve their time abroad? I think they should serve their time, but the Liberian government can engage with the Koreans. Again, do the people trust you that when these officials come on, they will actually serve, jail time in your own country? That's a conversation for another day. But you can engage these Koreans and explore, options of your citizens coming back home, and possibly doing maybe 4 or 5 years in your central prison. Because the truth of the matter is that being in prison on foreign skies is different from being in prison on home soil. It's a whole different experience. So, that's something that we need to keep an eye on and hope that the government continue to engage them. But mind you, they have a tough hill to climb, because we're talking election year. We'll just talk about it 1-2 weeks and it is what it is. Even governments, they will be people the same family. You'll start calling one minister here and there. You may not even get nobody to respond.
Darrington, the Farmington agreement. Yesterday, I talked about it, and I know you want to have your own say on this particular Farmington agreement. In 2017, the government and opposition leaders entered into similar agreement, but our president in person of Josh Manuia, did a lot of things. He said a lot of things that a peaceful person shouldn't have said. The attack on Taylor Ure, the attack in District Number 13, Colonel Topa, the issue there in Gbapolu County, a lot of things happened. And in another statement that he made at that event, okay, I'm seeing. Let me see what he said. Okay, he said President Weah criticized growing wave of militancy in Liberia politics calls on opposition institutions to discourage militancy. So, when I read this, I just laughed. Folks from the CDC or the president be telling us or be telling the opposition community to get rid of militancy in Liberia because it may lead to violence in the upcoming election. I was surprised this coming from President Weah because the CDC is noted for militancy. If I can name few, the Zebra Unit, the Sabu Unit, the CDC Brigade, CDC COP, every sector of the CDC, they have militarized that political party. So I'm so surprised that President Weah will be telling us or conscientizing us that we should desist from militarizing political parties because it may lead to violence comes the October 10th election. Darlington, the peace accord. There was another signature on paper again, just they gone day before yesterday, from opposition political parties and the ruling establishment, urging them that informing the Liberian people that they were going about having a peaceful election. That was the message they sent out there. But how peaceful can this election be when we have a sitting president that have already divided this country from day one, since his ascendancy to the presidency? This government, this country have been divided into two. People believe that President Weah is only president for CDC. He's not president for other people. That's what they think. And he have shown that. He told people, that little girl, in person of Telia Yure, your flock, that little girl. Few days, we saw Telia Yure, she was attacked in district number 15. He mounted a pony again. He said, once he's president, a Yure will never be somebody in this country. And then later on, somewhere around Johnsonville, the president went there again, mounted the podium, and said that anybody that will sit behind a microphone or anybody that will insult the presidency, they will not walk in the street of Liberia freely. All of these things, making threatening remarks on citizens. So, Darlington, here we are again. Another
I tend to ask myself some questions with the Liberian opposition. I don't know what kind of opposition we have, but maybe they use it. They use the Farmington Agreement to make their case because it was a national, function. That's a national platform there to make your case calling for peace. For all 18 of the presidency, did he use time on his hands to advise Koji? Because I saw Koji were at the Farmington Agreement.
Sure.
Talking about militancy and banditryism. The CDC control the biggest bandits wing in the country. You just talk about it. When you criticize the president, they send people under the cover of darkness to your house to beat you. When people protesting in the street, they send their people to counter-protest to brutalize them. What happened to those who brutalized Christopher Susulu?
Nothing.
Where's the investigation today? The president telling opposition people and the militancy, really, Mr. President? But I'm blaming the president for that. The president is they want to have the Farmington Agreement, whether it was organized by international people, NEG partnering with them to call you to come in and sign. But I think that is an opportunity where they're supposed to put the president on blast. I don't know whether signing would be necessary because elections are not just held on election day. There are processes leading to election. If the government cannot ensure that everybody freely participating in an electoral process, then are you having an election? No. If you're threatening your political critic, you're telling people that insofar I'm president yet, no Ure or tell her Ure will serve yet. While she was in our Kampala headquarters, people were sprinkling gas around the place to burn the place. Her vehicle burned. We saw it. We saw the attack.
Yeah.
The president said, nobody will say bien on microphone, and he saw the president and feel you will walk here freely.
Sure.
The president threatens a political critic. But the president, they use it as an opportunity. And my man, all the things in the sunny, We are just alluding that this man is conducting business right, and they can get out to just can sign any people, and all the opposition will be doing will be issuing flying sheets to say peace loving. My man, you cannot be peace loving with these people. The government is not even interested in keeping the peace. It's opposition. They have attacked their political critic, District 13. We saw what happened in District 13. When Mayor Koji saw him enter in that place and he left, we saw blood coming on people. Koji said, nah. Maybe the people started, they just decided to just bust their hair, they use cutlasses. Even though Koji was caught on camera, leading people to brutalize people in District number 13. They were seen with machetes. And these are high evidence that the international community had. Here you are, the Farmington Agreement. The president uses as an opportunity to attack his political critic and tell you, oh, you need to do away with the militaries. Mr. President, you ready to see what stuff around your own party? The CDC boss one day, somebody name we can read anything straight about African revolutionary history. Soon they put bearer on their head. Anything Koji tell them to do that, what they will do? You think bearer wearing is something that make you, all of them won't have that posture. They say I don't know, boy. You ready? You ready looking for bandits? I think you need to start for his own party. Mr. President, you know where they are hosted. You know that the CDC hosts talks at their party headquarters. And he's telling us about it. My man, and now I can tell people, these people can be so stupid to think that you'll be running these kinds of operation. The international people will not know what is going on. A political party decided to host talks at our party headquarters to go after a political critic. And you think international people will not keep an eye on it? They will keep an eye on it. So this whole Farmington thing here and there, it's just so funny. I didn't even understand it. I saw man and said it there. I said, but what are Oma doing here again? Isn't grandma relaxing? I know, yeah, grandma like national actor, but why can't grandma just stay home one and for all? Grandma was all in the photo before the camera.
And this is what happened at the signing ceremony. Opposition political leaders weren't given the chance to speak at the program. Joseph Boakai spoke because the United Party demanded that he speak at the program. The invitation that was sent them, they weren't told that they were going to go speak there.
It was staged.
But they allowed Josh Weah to speak at the program because he's the president. So the United Party now demanded that Joseph Boakai speak at the program because Joseph Boakai already, the Ambassador Boakai already finished preparing a text that you're having. Cummins never prepared a text because they never told them that they were going to go speak there. All the other political leaders never prepared a text because they never told them that they were going to go speak there. But Joseph Boakai told them that it was necessary that I speak at this particular. I can go to sign on a document, then I have something burning on my chest that I can let out. And there are few things that he outlined towards the 2023 elections. He said we are into the registration process. If you guys think that we should maintain the peace, let us start correcting the wrongs now. And what are some of those wrongs? The registration process, there is need that we add extra days to the registration process. Number two, those that are doing the registration, they are not coming on time to do the registration, and they are leaving early from the centers. Number three, the materials that you guys are carrying on the registration with, they are giving problem. The computers are freezing. The solar panel before it get charged to send electricity to the equipment, it takes longer time. After outlining all of these things, he said there is need that extra days be added to avoid problem. Because today, people will go and stay in the queue. Then later on, the guys that are taking care of the center will say, this is XYZ amount of people that we can register just for today. So you'll come back tomorrow. So people started feeling frustrated, and they are saying now that I will not go and do my registration because if I go there, it takes time just to register one person. It take that longer time. And the former vice president outlined all of these things and things that happen. They want to the international partners. They saw things happening here. They were there in 2017. The people signed to the agreement. Now we are signing to the agreement. The previous things that happened, they want to happen in district number 15. They want to happen in district number 13. The day the international community, the ECOWAS, and other folks, did they call Josh Manewia to let him know that he signed up to an agreement? No, they didn't.
But what I'm saying, I don't know. Let me tell you something first of all. The opposition should not be even in serious discussion sitting down with Joe Weah until we're talking about conducting peaceful elections. Because, Bweka, the government of the day is not sincere about conducting free, fair, and credible elections. They're not interested in doing that. You just said that if they are having program where they want opposition leaders to air their concerns about how they can maintain the peace, and you do it in a way that only the president will be given opportunity to speak. I know he's the president of the country. At all kinds of events, it is always the protocol of the day that the president speaks, at all kinds of events. But the president is also a candidate in these elections. So if you want to play fair, it is only fair for you to allow all other political leaders who were there to also speak to issues that concerns, members of the party or the Liberian people. But this president is not interested in having peaceful conversation. He has never been on from day one, and he will never be. It's a complete waste of time for them to go sit down there and that photo up, everybody taking to show to the international community that the Liberian political people can coexist. Really, the way the CDC is conducting the affairs of this country, it's good. Look, my man, the international people should literally be begging the opposition to even have a sit down with George Weah. The first reaction to that Farmington agreement was to say to them that they are not interested in having no conversation with the CDC people. No conversation whatsoever. Demand that you can have your own discussion, opposition people, with the international people who are interested in maintaining the peace. Your talk. Let them go talk with the government people separate, and then they can mediate and take charge of it and sit there and coordinate it and resolve issues and identify problem as well as proper recommendation towards these kinds of things. Because all it shows, like, everything okay, they will give her time to campaign. Look, and Boyka Kamara, I don't know whether I'm correct on this one. Joseph Boyka, being a former statesman, I don't know whether he is still under the protection of the EPS. I don't know what specifically the act says about that. Whether is he still being protected by people from the EPS? Not just Boyka. The other day, Senator Yomli Kanga Lawrence, alarm on fear of her life.
Yeah.
When these things happen, what prompt step the Ministry of Justice take? Do they allow officers to provide security for them at their homes? But you leave these opposition political leaders vulnerable at the mercy of your talks, because you know that you send your talks there to intimidate, harass them, and you say you want to have a Farmington agreement. It's a complete waste of time. That agreement, that meeting was a complete useless one and a waste of time. Complete waste of time. Because the people you're having a conversation with, they're not interested in having peaceful conversation. But let me tell you something. Normally, in any responsible democracy, the people that can be firing and outraged the most is the opposition.
Yeah.
It is the government who is providing leadership, can literally be on their knees to say, no, if we lost, we'll turn the country over to you. We just want peaceful, free, and fair election. But my man, from the moment from say last year 2022, the entire streets of Monrovia is George Weah picture. All the different street lights is Mr. Weah photo. Is that how you maintain the peace? Pre-campaigning, is that how you maintain the peace? You go to a land ministry agency, even the senatorial election, that those government offices were literally sub-headquarters for the CDC.
Yeah.
let the Freeport Monrovia Petrol and carry t-shirt with rest. Compelling the people, civil servant to wear party t-shirt and party paraphernalia. Is that how you go to free, fair elections? So I don't know how they can easily, finesse the opposition to get them to be sitting down to have peaceful conversation. I don't know how. Whatever the international people are doing, whatever the way they can pet them to get into this kind of engagement, I think that they're doing a great job. And if Mr. We are rigged this upcoming election, I hope they carry them to Farmington again to talk peaceful.
Okay, so that's it, folks. Darrington just gave his position yesterday. I talked about it here, and I think, well, like Darrington said, the president and the CDC should be pushing peace more than the opposition. But here in Liberia, I think it's the other way around, because the way that CDC conduct themselves is that's the way the opposition were doing. Then, but now we are not into any peace here in our country.
Yep.
The CDC have militarized every sector of our country. They started forming a unit again in Foya. Thomas Fala went there. He put our old man in khaki. So why would Mr. We be telling us that we should stop militarizing? I don't think that was necessary, because he should be calling on his political party and his supporters to stop militarizing their political party. You are not seeing, if you go on the streets, you will not see UPist or folks from the ANC or other political party militarizing their supporters. No, but it's the CDC. The CDC, everywhere you go, they have the CDC.
It is an open secret that the CDC have, a militia against themselves. Because militia, you would think that it would be, a citizen rebel army that would topple the administration, but they have a militia brigade in their own country. It is very sad, Mr. Weah, and the guy can get peaceful in a way that people will probably, when you see him, you would think that he can kill a fly. All these attacks from the time the CDC were in opposition, from one chairman house to another chairman house, George Weah knew about it. He sanctioned it. He approved it. He authorized it. In fact, he enables Koji and his men to do what they do. He knows. But he played that kind of, like he don't know what happened. He knows. That is why even in the CDC, they say anybody who don't want Weah, they will treat you like dog. That the kind of song they can sing. Yeah. They are ready to go after anybody who go after their man. Their man is just Weah. So the opposition, they can easily get out to sit down to the table to be having this kind of conversation. Look, in as much as small can disagree with the packaging of Representative Yeke Kolba, but I think that the best way men understand, that the only language of men understand, an eye for an eye. That's the only language, sadly. And that is why the Liberian National Police, in managing the rule of law, the guys are basically tend to a partisan police, because the CDC will harass people, they will intimidate people, they will go after their political opponent, and all we do is even tell them, the minute even just the one or two out of their party headquarters, we start saying brutalizing, point out of the headquarters, and nobody was arrested.
And that, like you said, our security sector, as we approach the election, the security setup, folks are saying, most especially the police, have been compromised already, because they will sit and allow things to happen before coming in later on.
Yeah.
We saw what happened to Yeke Kolba House.
The University of Liberia.
The University of Liberia. They allow Akaros Moses Gray to pass from Jonathan, pass through the capital bypass,
all the way,
pass through the police headquarters, went straight to the University of Liberia, and they never stopped him.
For about 1 hour plus.
Yes, they never stopped him. So we are saying that this security sector is compromised. Those are some of the things that we are talking about. It's not that we are against them. It's not, but it is glaring that they have been compromised, most especially the police. Most especially the police. Suru sits there, take calls from people, cook and carry to Koji. So if you cooking every day and carrying it to Mera Koji, so what you expect from Koji? Koji can then take cell phone and call him and say, "This is what I want," and it will happen.
They make a call press conference and blast the justice minister for not doing his job. Can you imagine?
I'm telling you. So if we just allow some of these things to slide as we head to national elections, without letting the public know, without letting the international community know that this is what we have, even though they are seeing it, but we have to raise the red flag right now. So that peace accord, it should have been based, most especially top security officials should have been the one to be signing that particular document because they have this country to be, they need to keep the peace. They need to keep the peace in our country here. But no, they are not. They have become one-sided. And like Darlington said, you going to CDC headquarters, they are Sabu unit flocking you as a police director, putting saying all in your hair. You came, you are mute. You couldn't speak to A. You couldn't speak to A because
who are going to CDC
Koji the chair.
Who enter opposite Lone Star to go arrest you? And they know that. But man, listen, that's how the CDC have conducted themselves. In 2014, one of the officials of the Youth League, Salinto Montgomery, was tortured, brutalized, and placed in a cell at the CDC headquarters. And that's an account that you can go and read. Google Salinto Montgomery account. One of the instructions again of Koji at the CDC headquarters. You know, so they know everything that happening, my man. Again. So our opposition people, me, I know what thing. You love it to one woman where you're not nice to her. But so he does say, hey man, get ready, let's go for the program. She will go get ready. Like opposition looking. The minute you call, I say, you go get ready. Even though Mama boy, I know how to start from, man. I'm just let me just tell you, in a straight headspace, I got zero interest in this because now whole family don't waste of time. Waste of taxpayer resources. It's a complete waste of time. Because boy, you can only go to have conversation with people who are willing to assure you of peaceful transition of power and who are willing, not just the opposition will accept the result. The opposition should not accept elections being rigged. They should challenge any results being rigged. But you have the defense minister who make useless comments on radio and threaten the opposition and say they will defend the police director, for example, will say will defend this country from who against who? Who are the insurgents? Who coming to inclusion in your country? The Guineans coming to launch to invade your country that you will defend? When Liberian citizens want to express their grievances, then he go to the Senate. Will defend the country democracy. That suffers from serious verbal diarrhea, and he can't even make no sense. The minister of the commander-in-chief of the army, not commander-in-chief rather, the chief of staff, will threaten opposition and critics of the government, and go on a national radio and say there are people in the US have some friends and people attached to him who are asking to overthrow this government.
Overthrow the government.
Since he made that statement, the government had yet to launch an investigation on who are those people. My man, la brother just in a country.
Yeah.
The chief of staff of the army will go and make that kind of revelation. The leadership of the military, they didn't even call this the chief of staff, not the chief of staff, to say what is happening. Can you speak more to this? The chief of staff made that kind of revelation, and the CDC people will pin the narrative as if that the people who have been allegedly calling on the chief of staff are people in the opposition who want to overthrow the government, and they want to see and what they want to do. Even the arms that they uncover at the Freeport Morovia. My man, the government people painted that picture as if to say it was the opposition people who ordered the rifles from Texas. They brought the guns in. They were happy. When they started to haul rope in the Liberian way and rope started to haul bush They know who are behind the importation of those arms. You ever hear Moses Carter giving press briefing about it again?
No.
Okay. Mama, the rule of law only apply when members of the opposition act lawless. That's the only time the rule of law applies. They are not serious. It's a complete waste of time. Mama, nobody will be in a serious marriage or a relationship. You're not treating your woman right. Then you just tell us, oh, we're going on day. Maybe Ramadan, maybe and the imam having program, the boss say, boy, gotta bring your woman. Or the pastor having program, say, man, everybody should count their wife. Then you go tell it, hey man, please get ready. That's like wrong position looking. The people not respectful. They are not concerned about the peace, but they can just get you to go to the kinds of national function and just sign any kind of paper.
And Darlington, we have to take a few minutes on the opposition this morning. Darlington, we are approaching the election. Few months from now, we will be heading to the polls. And yet, Darlington, we are not seeing that, togetherness. We are not seeing that, strength of coming together to unseat this particular administration. The unity within the opposition is what that we are lacking. And all of these things, when we are seeing it like this, it send a message that there is more to be done by this opposition. Darlington, a few months from now, will be going. How prepared is the opposition to unseat the men? This man have the army with him. This may have the national budget. This may have few supporters from the diaspora. This may have people in our country that still do believe in him. How prepared is the opposition to unseat Josh Manewia? You go in the streets corner, you hear people saying, opposition not ready, opposition not ready. It's a message of frustration to Liberians that they will be expecting something good, but they are not getting what they should be expecting.
Let me tell you something. Before I answer that question, as a student of African history, no one president have control of the army. The army is one institution that no one political president can say they have control over the army. The army, you may have leaders of the army who are loyal to your political cause. But don't forget, Boaka, these very same privates and corporal who are in the military, these are people who are ordinary citizens too. They too feel the pinch of poor economy. They too know that their children are left with no better health care. You think the military people on the barrack, and someone listening to the show, you think they don't know that grown up people with their wife and children, they're not going to be two in one room with no electricity? You think they know that one? You think they don't know that their children need quality education? So, Boaka, history have shown to us that if people attempt to use the army against the people, there is hugely unlikely for the army to go against that people who try to do that. Look all over the continent, Boaka. Didn't old man Alpha Conde thought he had control of the military? What happened?
Yeah.
Didn't Alpha Conde use the military to resist protesters in Guinea? What did the military do to him? Don't even go to Alpha Conde. Right in our own country. April 14, 1979. Who did Mr. Tobo call out to curb the rice protests? The military, the army. The army came to basically put the situation under control. 1 year after that, on April 12, 1980, the same military toppled the Tobo administration. So the military is one institution that nobody can say they have control over. You may have control over the chief of staff, but my man, the ordinary men in the army, whether they're sergeant, like private, they are serious disenchantment in the military. You may have control of the police, but the army is one place you can't control easily because they are settled, they're feeding the pinch burger. I mean, I mean, grown men, you're in the same one bedroom, you and your family, and it's tough on you. You think the military don't get to see Mr. We are flying private jet? You think they don't get to see that on a previous administration, they were getting paid on time, My man, let's be honest. When Mr. Sali was president, joining the AFL has some level of dignity. I don't know because the Americans were involved, but you know when the SSR came to do the military reform, Liberian people, they urged that they burning desire to serve the country.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my man, so that leader of army, they say they get control of the army. Leader army Bene. Because we are all said to get friendly in the army. They can talk to us. They tell us how disenchanted they are. My man, military Megan in have insurance. It's not easy to work. Megan to all.
Megan talk about you.
Megan to all. So,
Yeah,
you know,
so let's look at the opposition towards the election.
the opposition, the last time I was on the show, I think Monday or so, I criticized the opposition for political preparedness. The opposition is not very much prepared, Boyka, in terms of mobilizing logistics, in terms of active political engagement. The opposition is showing political preparedness. And I want to say, yeah, they are not showing political preparedness. Remember, you can be prepared for a soccer match, but we'll not see you coming out of the dressing room to warm up.
Yeah.
The opposition is actually just a Lone Star. When they win international matches, maybe before they will go warm up. You don't win international games like that. The opposition need to show preparedness. And this whole thing about opposition unity, Boyka, let me say this. My man, I don't know why the Liberian people want the opposition to be united. Because even the very CDC, my man, even the very CDC is smelling in there. You know, Bonnie didn't get their own army, Joe didn't get their own army, Tyler didn't get their own perspective about the CDC. So it is not just the noise in the opposition, it's not just in opposition, even in the ruling establishment. But when the Liberian people who are the end users of public official services, my man, they get to decide to feed the branch, the pinch of poor economic system. They get to feed that Boyka. You don't need LS coming, Joseph Boyka, and Joe, Kanga, all of them to go to the same church to win an election. There are other goons on the shelf. Boyka want to be president. Tiawan Gonglo won't be president. Ellis Cummins won't be president. These are better goons. These are men who want to provide better alternative than that of the CDC. So, my man, you say, so if the Liberian people don't vote for Mr. Joseph Boyka or don't vote for Gonglo and other opposition people, for example, you are just basically telling us that the way Mr. We are running the country for 6 years, you are okay with, and you want to gain another 6 years. Boyka, this guy should not even be thinking about running for president. This man should be investigated for rampant corruption, arrested, brought before a court placed on a prisoner's bench to answer a question. But again, the Liberian people, they need to decide for themselves. And they are deciding, Boyka. They are deciding. The Liberian people are deciding. I'm getting signals from the country. That all over the country, the people are rallying behind old man Joe Boyka. I hope you don't dash their hope. But the people are rallying behind old man Joe Boyka. The people, all over, even in places, Nimba, Maryland, Mosorado, all these places, the people are rallying behind old man Boyka. What the old man needs to do is to ensure that he starts showing political preparedness to rally the troops. Because, Boyka, to secure your vote, you know what the United Party lost in Lofa? Over 2 hours. No data were coming from the war room.
Yeah.
If you get loyal partisans, my man, where money is involved, they may carry cash to your loyal partisan, men will flip over. When men are looking at clean US in the bed laying down, bro. They're not your child to owe you political loyalty. No. And you're not talking just election in one country, you're talking general presidential election. So we must be serious, Boyka. They must show preparedness. So they are bring people, the opposition now together. It will be good if, my man, have you asked yourself, right? People say, and there are a lot of, ANC people who want Joseph Boyka to pick Ellis Cummins as vice president. But I don't know, why can't they ask Ellis Cummins to go as vice president? To go and tell Omen Joe Boyka what he wants. Cummins has said to you he's not interested in being vice president. So what the ANC people do, they attack people who have interest in being vice president, who other people believe that, they come from UFO connection and they can engage the people and rally them. They attack you. And that's why you see all of them here, they just crying, baby. It would be good if the opposition come together. But my man, if the Liberian people cannot come together around the untold suffering and how their children are going to bed without food, then I mean, okay, oh, Mr. We are burger. The Liberian people need to come together around their suffering.
Okay, so we take some calls on 0770-102-102, 886-010383, 555-102-102. The WhatsApp number is +231-888-624171. Placing your calls, you can make your contribution this morning on the show. Whatever that we will discuss here, we discuss the issue about the opposition, we discuss President Weah asking the opposition not to militarize the political party, and a lot of other things we talk about here. Let's take our first caller on this line this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, BK. Good morning, Mr. Kamara.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, Darlington, good morning all the way there in the US. I'm Sega Ibochinik, the religious advisor to the Costa Show, and I'm calling from Nicholas Town this morning. You know, darling, you put it right, man. You laid the basis. You and Boakai this morning. But one of the things you said that drew my attention, that woke me up to place a call on the show is when you talk about preparedness from the opposition. My man, that's true. I said it once. How can you be going to an election and you are not even strategic in planning? You just sit down. You are sitting and feel that, yes, you got the overwhelming support of the Liberian people. But if somebody is washing your back, how about the stomach too now? That means you can wash your stomach again. You yourself put small zero in yourself, man, and then you sit there. You are not even strategic in planning. Nothing. You're not even making a move. You have seen these people all over the place having rallies, different programs, but you are still sitting. The reason too is you see the opposition. They are sabi. Let me be honest. We support them, but let me be straight to the point. They are too sabi. They let us spend money. You understand? And election is about spending. Then I will let you with 1 year. You got to spend small money too now. So you're trying to wake up, man. And to the issue about that farming or something, you said something. How can I go and sign an agreement with a president who's two are located in one of the gatherings when somebody was suggesting something to him and he said, hey, my man, you feel you bala, the president of the country is telling somebody, if you feel you bala, more than you. That means everybody else. So, thank you for informing me the time, my dear brother.
Thank you so much, Sika Chipo, the religious advisor to the Costa Show. Now we take this other person from the diaspora. Good morning.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning. Your name is joining us from?
Good morning. How are you, Boga?
I'm doing pretty well. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay, so my name is Patrick, and I'm calling from Sweden. So this is my message, okay? We are tired of every time sometimes we go on TikTok and things to have fun with our friends and things, and then we get Liberians calling us on the phone, begging for help and things like that, especially when it comes to medication, hospital, good health and things. We are sick and tired of these things. Sometimes we get under the pool to go and hustle hard for our money and things that medical help and things are supposed to be your government responsibility to set up a good health center. There's a little girl in Birmingham who had HIV, and as well as TB. I mean, that little girl, she was almost at the point of death. I had to go on my platform. I think I called you personally to ask you for custom number. I had to go personally on my platform to beg for money, put money together to be able to help this little girl. To you guys out there, this is the time for you to make your decision. 6 years ago, you sell your future to George Weah. So if you choose to sell your future to him again, like your cup of tea, you better go out there this time around and make the right decision.
Okay.
You go out there and vote right. If you think that for the past 6 years your life has been better, then continue from where you stop. That's what I got to say today, Burger. Thank you so much for me the time.
Thank you so much, my brother, for being a part of it. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Burger.
Your name is joining us from?
Yeah, this is Peter Gula calling from 24th Street this morning.
Welcome.
You know, Waka, the opposition, the citizens, the common people, they are with the opposition. We on the street every day, we in the marketplaces. But Waka, this is a question out there for you and your studio guests. Will the vote be secure, Waka? Because Waka, we got friends in the CDC that tell us every day that the CDC will do anything. If they cannot get a vote through the poll washer, they will intimidate the voters. If they cannot intimidate the voters, they will use the code system. We got friends in the CDC, Waka. Will the vote be secure?
Don't be distracted by all of that saying, my brother. Just go ahead, do your voting. And you know, when you're in class, they can tell you, say, dog making spy, eh?
Waka.
Eh?
Well, I got serious issue with our leaders. Will the vote be secure? That's my question this morning.
Yeah, it will be secure. Rest assured that it will be secure, my brother. Don't there. Let's take the brother Bill. Bill, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Boca. Good morning, Darlington. Good job.
Yeah.
Something clear my attention with respect to this Farmington agreement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you had a show yesterday. I wanted to say something, but I said, even wait for April 6th. There will be a day that we all will remember.
Mm-hmm.
Boca, that agreement is a trap for the opposition. As soon as that election commission, CDC election commission, announced that result that George Weah had won the election, and that's the plan. I tell you, that's the plan. Ellen Johnson Sally will be the very first person to congratulate George Weah, followed by other bad people in the country. I don't want to call all their names; it will be too long. But this day, I will call you and remind you on the show that you see what I told you. Believe me. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much. Let's come back home and take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Waka.
Welcome, Bobby.
Thank you very much, Boga. Boga, this is Bobby Abu Menska, Boga, from District Street, SC Cooper Road. Boga, let me appreciate you guys this morning for the show, on the discussion. But Boga, I've been listening to you guys when it comes to the signing of the MOU in the Farmington Day and yesterday or day before yesterday. Boga, you know, to me that it is not right. We shouldn't allow ECOWAS or other bodies to pressurize opposition to stand for certain like that. Okay. So many things that happen in the country. ECOWAS has never spoken to that. When you look at what happened in District 15, District 13, when you look at the level of Jacob Poluba, what to now ECOWAS did not condemn certain that happening in the country. Then ECOWAS now asking some of us today to protect the peace in Liberia. Our political leaders should stand up to protect the peace. We see a lot of people. So when you look at the current government, they are the force, they always see the vanguard forces of moving on people, right? So what happened to Water Susulu? Or do not want to say what was celebrating an independent day? You saw that the ECOWAS container issue. No, ECOWAS didn't contain that issue. Listen, the only time ECOWAS spoke in the country, when ECOWAS big woman was setting, say, when Costa on the show, when one guy went and wrote a comment there, he went for a lesson that coach issue to kill ECOWAS big woman. That is the time that ECOWAS decided to raise and a lesson. It is wrong. We shouldn't let the body. This body is a useless body for the ECOWAS. Okay. Because they are standing and wanting with the government. Okay. So we will not take that for them. Anything we try, the Liberian people and ECOWAS, they will be the way for the Liberian people.
Okay, Bobby. Thank you. Thank you so much, Bobby. Let's take this other person. Good morning.
Good morning, Broker. How are you? This is Pastor Charles. I'm calling from New Jersey.
Good morning, Pastor Charles. Welcome.
Yeah. Thank you. You know, sometimes I want to sit back and watch the show. But somehow people can provoke the spirit, and it hurts to hear Liberians saying opposition are together. Oh, they are sabi. My question to the Liberians who are God's creature: do you have eyes? Do you have ears? Do you have feeling? And you see what is going on in your country, or are you blind? The reason I'm asking this question, because those who have eyes, who have ears, who have feeling, your brother's son or your nephew or your neighbor children have been killed. Your father have been killed. You and your children still living. If you think it's the right thing, as James said, James chapter 4, verse 17, you who know how to do good, refuse to do good is a sin. If you think it's the right thing for opposition to come together, they are sabi, they can give you money to go deliver yourself and your children, then be foolish and vote for Georgia. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Charles Aku, for calling in. Let me do a happy birthday greetings for Sis Evangeline Mamita. Yep, you celebrating.
I'm a woman now.
Yeah, our Oma.
Happy birthday, Sis Mamita.
Yeah, today is your birthday. Let's take DJ Lome. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother. Thank you very much, Baka. Good morning to my brother from the States there. Look, thank you for the recognition. My brother, the ECOWAS that we're talking about. When ECOWAS went on the cabinet journal ruling and said the president should pay cabinet journal, are they doing it? ECOWAS is not a reliable institution. And what my brother is saying from the state there is the truth. We were not forced to sign an identical agreement because we know all the violations have been done by CDC. When Tele went on in our fracas, the ECOWAS call and condemn it. When they came, they feel they to LU. And you saw the students that were beating, and then now one person when they arrested the students. The president, we are sat down here, you saw all the things. Jawati Kochi went on the LU camp there, on the devil or the late Amos Sawyer. You saw a group going there. ECOWAS ever saw anything? When ECOWAS said they should pay cabinet journal, are the government ever agreed to pay? So ECOWAS is just the only thing the opposition should do now that I know. All the things that is happening there, the banner there, when you go there to go register, they tell you say only 100% a day. But you don't happen to see headquarters or CDC error. And today I just been reliable informed that see talking people to and they to go register. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much, DJ Lome, for calling in. Let's take somebody from this angle. Good morning.
Good morning, Baka. And let me say good morning to Darlington.
Welcome. Your name is joining us from.
Thank you. Baka, my name is Sifu Sherif, and I called this morning from District number 13.
Welcome, Sifu.
Let me say welcome to leadership in Costa to Liberia. Baka, what drew my attention this morning was the talking point is the part that the president talk about the country being medicine right. So it sounds so hilarious and ludicrous to me. For if anybody would say that, it wouldn't be the CDC, especially President Weah, because the CDC, I was once a CDC, so I know how we used to behave. And all of us are behaving that way. So how they behave. So if you talk about medicine rights in the country, the CDC has created a situation where the whole country is to very worry. A country where young people are becoming lawless, and most of these violent acts are being, physicians. So who's better in the country? The person is dishonest, about this conversation. You can be dishonest to that extent. That's complete dishonesty, because the CDC is no type of mental rights in the country. They are saying young people into gangster and abuse, also, all these ways. So the person should be very sincere when talking about mental rights in the country, because the CDC is better for creating a major thing in this country.
Okay.
Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you so much for making your contribution. The lines are buzzing this morning. Let's take this other person from the diaspora. Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Baka, and good morning, Darlington. This is the Costa Show.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I'm our Bangura, and I call from Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Welcome, Bangura.
Thank you. Okay, my take. The first thing I have to say is about the opposition togetherness. For me, it has nothing to do with the opposition togetherness at this time. We are looking at the country. We want to save this country, regardless of who is in the opposition and who will come close to Mr. Weah. We give the person a ticket and the person can go to rescue them. So it's all about rescue. Just forget about the drama, opposition, togetherness, not togetherness. For me, in my mind, opposition is opposition. All the opposition or the opposition political party, they have the same inner motive. They got the same plan. They got the same platform. There's nothing different, nothing changed. The only difference in the opposition, the individuals, they are different individuals, but they all have the same platform. I've been following. So it has nothing to do with so if I hear like people saying we want to get we are up, but the opposition they are not united, they are not together. We need togetherness. It's freaking me because it makes no sense.
Okay.
Sorry to say, but in my own view, it makes no sense to me.
Right.
We are trying to rescue this country, give it to this man. My second point has to do with Mr. Weah himself. This president we know is incompetent. This president we know is a good president. So if the president saying everything is banana, you're not banana, what do you mean? That's strange. Because I think he grew up with. I thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Darlington, take a minute. They call us.
If you feel you banana, I banana more than you. Everybody here, they know me. Man.
Yes, so can we continue with the callers because they are calling in? With,
I'll call us.
Let's take this person here. Good morning.
Good morning, Walker, Amara, Kamara, and Darlington Collins. This is Delicious Jara. I call you from Minnesota. This is my first time calling on the Costa Show. I'm a regular listener of the Costa Show. I listen to many callers talking about opposition unity. Yes, I do agree. We need opposition unity in order to get Joria out. But my question to those who are calling for opposition unity is, how many persons do we need to elect as president? Only one person. So among the opposition, you can pick one person that you think is competent that will be able to lead the country. And another thing I want to mention is, you don't have to tell somebody that you're hungry or things are better based on you don't have to tell somebody say things are better when they themselves know that things are not better. So and live with the Liberian people, if they think things are better and they are living a better life, things are better for them, well, let them maintain a leadership. But if things are not better, then they should make the decision come 2023 and get Joria out.
Okay.
Maintaining Joria in a seat, definitely it will going to intensify their suffering.
All right.
So, has Joria done something? Yes, Joria has done something, but has Joria done something that they think they can maintain him? No. Will things get better honor him in the next term? My answer is no. So now I'm calling on the Liberian people to make that decision come October 10th. Let them get him out and replace him with a better leadership that will lead our country in a better direction. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. Now we'll take somebody from here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning and good morning to the city again. My name is Emmanuel Sano Jr. I do drive on the street to the Japan Freeway, New York Island. Yeah, I just want to definitely disagree wherein you said on the when they went for the peace agreement at Kensington Hotel, you said Honorable Baka was Honorable Baka demanded to speak on that program. That was not true. Honorable Baka spoke on behalf of the opposition, where on evidently that the judge spoke on behalf of the ruling position, those who are part of the coalition. So I was well happy.
Hello.
Yeah, so
hello.
We're not demanded to
listen to me now. Hello.
On that program.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
You are there? You are at the program?
I follow you. I don't have to be there. I follow the program.
Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah. Now this is what happened. I listened to Muhammad Ali on a local radio station. So they call after the host have gone through his analysis and said that Ambassador Boakai only raised things that happened to Unity Party people, meaning people that are in bed with the Unity Party, the ALP, and other people that are in bed with the Unity Party. They are the only people that they are concerned with, the only one that Ambassador Boakai raised in his statement. But he thought Ambassador Boakai was speaking on behalf of the opposition. So Muhammad Ali called. Muhammad Ali said, nope, the vice president wasn't speaking on behalf of the opposition. He was speaking on behalf of himself because he had prepared that message and carried there to let it out. So if you are given the task to speak on behalf of the opposition, you are going to speak generally for everybody. But he spoke directly on things that have been happening to his supporters and even those that have been supporting the ALP. That was why he spoke like that. So I don't know where you're coming from to come say that what I'm saying it is lie.
My man, okay? Called to defend that.
Yeah, so I didn't get to correct it, Darlington. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, broadcast. Good morning to Darlington. This is David Bole. Yesterday, I did call in from the United States of America, and I think I was the only person who opposed to that Farmington agreement. I said it was a trap for the opposition, even though Ambassador Barker all on certain things that should have been done before they affect their signature, and they did not do it. They want to affect their signature, and then the same thing that you all are they not going on? They are going on. Tomorrow, if George Weah stays the election, what will happen? The code is in his pocket. According to you, the army is in his area, and so many other things going on. Tomorrow, you go to the court say the election was free and fair. What will you do? And I bet you, Ambassador Walker will tell you, say, for peace sake, let it go. And the Liberian people will continue to suffer. The Liberian people know they are going to vote against George Weah. I know that. But George Weah is going to raise the election. He already started it. He already entrapped the opposition. So right now, anything that happens tomorrow is going to be for peace sake.
Okay.
And we're going to continue to suffer.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Good morning. Your name is calling from?
Thank you. Let me say good morning to your panelists from the diaspora, Dadison. I'm Mohamed Zizé from Location Bourgeois Island, CKA, Joe Bucket Peking. Look, as I listen to you, Dadison, you just make my day. This is how I like for people to analyze. I usually follow you on the show. Let me say this. People always say this. If you listen to, this particular government, the contradiction of them, the lies and deceit of them, so it just overwhelms. Look, listen to Jefferson Coty. He make a statement for nothing. Declaration or something called declaration, and listen to the president for all indication in this country of what happening. Yet the president just be bold enough and tell the Liberian people when at a penny time the opposition supporters have just grouped themselves together to go and disrupt any of their rallies. Or coming together. It have been, continuously, carry on by supporters of the government. Okay. From district. So one lady from the class reloaded yesterday make a statement when it comes to the international or ECOWAS. So we are students of history.
All right.
ECOWAS starts in Guinea, and the president of Guinea send the people constitution around. They start in Africa, they allow the Ivorian government, National Ouattara to send the people constitution around. So in this country, we will not accept people to cut and mess around. Okay. So that's why sometimes I'm so fed up with the decision. I was sent up there, Joseph Boakai had them to do diplomatic. So what led to local country defeat of Unity Party is this, our opposition leaders do not put themselves together and put a real radical team around to make sure that their vote should not be followed by this reckless, insensitive government.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Let me make way for other callers. Let's take this person here on the WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Good morning, Boyka. Good morning, Darlington. This is Wilson calling from the Netherlands. Hi. I listened to you guys in your opening statement this morning. You made two analyses. One was about the men in South Korea. First of all, we must also realize that South Korea and Liberia don't have any extradition treaty. So those men, because Liberia don't have any diplomatic treaty with South Korea, they cannot be extradited to Liberia to serve their sentences in Liberia. The leader rightfully said it. They don't even trust your government to keep them in prison. Another thing was when you use the word flog. Flog in simple English is beating.
Yeah.
So when you tell a group of people flog, the only thing they think about is a physical attack. It was later in the 20th century, coming to the 21st century, that the word flog or beating was related to sports, elections, and other things. So if the president did not specify to those young men and women that attacked Taylor Urey, then all they knew that the message will go BO. Yeah. So Liberians need to learn the difference with certain language. Thank you for the time, but again, those guys will stay in South Korea. They're not coming to Liberia. 9 years for 9 minutes, like one guy wrote on Facebook, for 9 minutes business. They get 9 years for enjoyment. Wow, 9 minutes.
My man are calling for the Netherlands. My man, how sure we are the minute even when 9 minutes? Let's be honest, my man. You see, Brega. Yeah. You did that minute when 9 minutes, bro. Let also
I'm telling you, what are like 1 minute, like 2 minutes, like 3 minutes, they made it like it for 9 years.
No, but Brega, that also, it said 9 years, 9 minutes. So that the most they get minute. Maybe the minute went 30 minutes. Maybe the minute went 20 minutes. Maybe the minute went 2 minutes. Maybe the minute went 1 minute. But how sure we are that the minute went 9 minutes?
Let's take this person on the line. Good morning.
Yes, good morning, Boyka. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Welcome.
Yes, good morning, Darlington also. Okay, my name is Boyka Konen. I'm calling from Cyprus. I just want to make this statement that we, the Liberians, we are depending on the international community so much that everything we will say our international friends, our international partner. Let me be straight with you, Boyka. The international partner will not just come in and tell President, you did this, you did this. No, it's our seriousness. It's how we will conduct ourselves. It's how we will do things that the international partner will come in. And also ECOWAS. ECOWAS will not do nothing to help Liberia. We see what happened with our neighboring country. We saw what happened with Guinea. We saw what happened with Senegal. So ECOWAS will not do nothing. I learned, I was still to be correct, I learned that ECOWAS headquarters is based in Nigeria. So we come to think about Nigeria, the type of record Nigeria have served in the politics and all those things. So you see ECOWAS coming into defend Liberia on what? On what basis? And I just want to contact all my Liberians that we should just come together and see how best we can rally around the old man Joe Boyka to make this Buga Denza a one-time president. Thank you for following me the time.
All right. Thank you so much. Let's take this other person here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Biggie.
Come on, guy.
This is Kemoka. Biggie, yesterday, man, there's a beaver asked for my number. You know?
Yeah, I come and take it right now because saying yesterday,
yeah, Biggie, do it for me, please.
Okay, I think you take your number now. Go ahead, make a contribution.
Yeah, Biggie, but I don't want to sympathize with our Labrador diplomats, our whole in South Korea, But, I think they were actually done based on grudge. I think the South Korean have grudge for all, So, yeah. So, I think because there's a law, they call it the final law. Not Ghana as country now, but final law hosted in Germany with that every diplomat. So, the South Korean people, what they do is that they rob them of their title, they scrape everything on it, It simply tell that it's a grudge. You don't just go. I think the thing they call the honor age. Honor age. Once you honor age, you're not allowed to have sex. I think the government and the people also do that to make research. You don't just wake up. You go in some other country in America. You honor age 18. that one is acceptable to do or to have sex. Somebody in America is saying acceptable. That brought 18. So I think you have smartphone. You go into my content, but you imagine where you do the research to know. Yeah, but the people don't do the thing. They just go to the cover, nothing else. So I think it was grudges done by the South Korean government. So now, on the other issue, the brother talk about Baga. On the other issue, the brother talk about Baga, I want to make my info on it.
Yeah, conclude quickly now.
Opposition acting like a darky goal. They are behaving weak.
All right.
Especially when we're getting the election now, then nothing is carrying. You can see the momentum. You've not seen the political leader they feel committed. There's actually bad. Let you step out of the game if we want to defeat them. Thank you for the time, brother.
All right, Kemukai. Thank you so much. So we'll take like 3 more calls, then we wrap it up here. Let's take somebody from this WhatsApp number. Good morning.
Morning, brother. It's me, Manipake, calling from Maryland. I tend to differ with the caller I just left, right? The South Korea don't have crush. The South Korea don't have crush for anybody. You see, what we can compromise in Liberia when foreigners go about doing wrong, we put them on plane, we escort them, we guide them, we protect them, we send them back to their home. The Western country don't do those things. They don't care. Time they both respect human rights. I shouldn't say they're citizen. If you go against their law, you bear the consequence for the law. For Liberia, there is no law. There's country of men. We just sit and do our own thing. Foreigner comes in the country, they violate what they want to do, they say what they want to say, they take what they want to take. The country just go free. The president, the vice president, the government official, they are all friends of foreigner. Foreigner come and tell you, oh, they are in our pocket. So what do you expect? You do wrong, you bear the consequence. If you do anything against any country, most of the countries, even some African countries, they get law. When you do wrong against their people or against anybody, you will bear the consequence. No grudge the people have for they do their wrong and they bear their consequence. Bye-bye.
Thank you. We'll take 2 more calls. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Brother Baka.
Welcome.
This is Richard T. Goodman. I'm calling from a District 10 resident.
Welcome, Richie.
You see, the document I was signed, for me, I don't have any problem with it. Only problem I got with it is just of one of Liberian rating. But what all we can say here is we are watching because all the election law have been violated several times. People have carried on violation. Nobody has been investigated. The government has closed their eye on many things, and we are still watching it. And our person now is still going on in the 10 where market tier was, were chopped, their market was looted. Nothing is come from out of it. Then ECOWAS, Motel, anything for me. I do not respect ECOWAS in a country. I do not respect them in any part of the world because anything that they say, they cannot stand by it. They cannot do nothing. That's the reason why you see Hala is all around Africa here. Thank you very much. May God bless the station.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. There are 2 more. Then we go. If everybody been for having their say here and it's good. Is that a change? The exchange is good. Let's take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yeah, where joining from?
Thank you. This is Justin Pringba, and I'm phoning from the Rafi Highway. Walker, before you close, I want you to kindly do justice to Ambassador Bwaka. Because it appears for all of your color that Bwaka present at the formator, they were at the result of just sacrificing opposition or whatever means that will come up from the election. No. If you kindly read Bwaka's statement, the conclusive sentence, he emphasized that the opposition would be committed to free, fair, transparent, and credible election. He repeated that free, fair, transparent, and credible election. So that anything void of the election being free, fair, transparent, and credible, no. Mr. Bwaka will not sacrifice that. Let's get it clear. More besides, for people to be thinking that during the day or few years back, where a politician will put money in your pocket before you can move. Me and you feeling the pinch.
Now is the time that we get out there to campaign. I don't need Bwaka to get me set. And talking about changing this country. This is why when you get some other politician power, they begin to still loot the resources at your own detriment because you deny money. How can somebody call on the opposition team? They won't spend money. But what's that thing? We cannot think you're going through what can $10, $20 do for you. Get out there. We first time voter. Educate them. You must have reason for which you're supporting Bwaka. It's not on the business of you liking Bwaka. It is because Mr. Bwaka are there to change the country, to change the act. So what you be many opposition team? They won't get money.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
I can't wait for campaign state.
All right, thank you so much. Let's take the last caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Bwaka.
Yeah, where you joining us from?
Bwaka, this is Blake. And I'm calling from on the highway.
Okay, welcome. Joseph.
Okay, thank you, Bwaka. Bwaka, I just wanted to comment on the issue concerning our diplomats that have been sentenced for 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
I really haven't had the opportunity to have gone through that case. I don't know how it happened. Were they in the club and then they met this young lady before they had anything to do with the ladies, or they forcefully had something to do with them? What is the real scenario concerning this whole stuff, if you have an idea?
From what I got is that they met them in a supermarket, and then later on they went at their apartment.
The hotel, yeah.
Yeah, their hotel. So that's where everything started. They met them in a supermarket.
So that means the young ladies went to their hotel, right?
Yes.
And you know, when I started hearing Bwaka, our people on air saying shame to the diplomats and what have you, Bwaka, these guys are not stupid to say they will go and see underage ladies, and then intentionally, even knowing our laws in Liberia that is 18 years and above, anything below that age is rape, whether the person consented or not. I don't think our diplomats, we should stop condemning them in this manner. I don't think our diplomats, right, will go and see underage girls and will deliberately violate that trust that the country has imposed in them. We know they went to have fun. I don't want to move any Liberians from there. Most of the diplomats that goes out there also have their time that they do what they're supposed to do, right? It is just unfortunate that this has happened for Liberians to start naming and shaming them in this form and manner, right? Wherein we're supposed to be encouraging our country to be able to talk to the South Koreans. Even if those people will come and serve their jail time here, it will be good. And the image of the country will show that we have our government that stands with our people. We are here on air saying shame on there, not meaning this, not meaning 9 years, not meaning this. It is totally unfair. It is totally unfair. Look, if you even ask those that are calling, what is the nature of the case? That's why I asked, because I don't know. They don't even know. Bwaka, even you are saying it looks like you yourself don't even know the entire nature. Could we have a total review of this and look at what happened? Did the girls go to their hotel? Did people bring them to their hotel? They didn't know that these people were underage. They didn't violate them. How were they caught? We need to know all these bits and pieces before we even start casting our judgment. I just wanted to chip in this. We should be able to respect ourselves and love ourselves.
Let me say this to Blake.
Okay, Joseph.
I'm not encouraging
I want you to hold on. Blake,
I'm not encouraging anybody to go out there and
Blake.
have sex with
Hello, Joseph.
But
Blake.
I'm saying, I don't think our diplomat knew that and he did that deliberately.
Hello,
Thank you, Bwaka.
Joseph.
Blake, I want you to hold on, Blake.
Yeah, Bwaka, go ahead.
Okay, listen to Darlington.
Blake.
Yeah, Darlington, I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I hear you and I agree with you in parts, but I usually disagree with a lot of things you said. Do I agree that the Liberian government should keep engaged with the South Koreans to ensure that those officials come home and possibly serve their time in Liberia? Yes, because serving jail time on foreign skies, especially in a foreign country, is difficult and we don't know how they will be treated. Okay? But these officials, this has been going on for about over 8 to 9 months now. When they were first accused, they are accorded due process where they were criminally charged and forwarded to court. Now they are in court. The government didn't exert diplomatic efforts in getting them back to Liberia. The government did secure their lawyers to represent their legal interests. And they went through the nitty-gritty of the case. Blake, In some country, mama, the first thing as a crowd boy, you need to Google, simple Google
Yeah,
search.
Darlington, let me say this to you, Darlington. Do you remember the Akon case that he had that he sent put the blame on me?
Hello?
Yeah, did you follow that case?
Blake.
Akon went to club.
Hello?
Right? And an underage girl went to the club and danced with Akon, and her parents sued Akon because she was an underage girl.
Because she showed fake ID to the club. She didn't go to Akon's apartment.
So these are issues. That's why. Did you follow the case? Did you know what was the nature? Did they know that this lady was underage? I know we are not justifying it, but there should be some level of understanding about the entire case before we start casting that on them and making all kind of sarcastic remarks.
Thank you so much, Joseph. For ignorant to the law is an excuse to no man.
What I was trying to say to Blake is that when you go to a different terrain, the first thing you need to Google search is prostitution legal in this country. Mama, in America, even soliciting sex from somebody who is of age, in most states in America, is illegal. Okay? That the first and foremost thing is prostitution legal. Because for you to even go bring a woman to come to your apartment, it is engaging in prostitution, indecent sexual act. That the first thing you need to identify. Before the person even present a real age or their fake age, whether we have understanding or not, the proper place, the proper forum that had deeper understanding about all the matter is the court. The guys were charged, they were forwarded to court, and it was adjudicated in court. Except we are questioning whether they were not giving free, fair, and transparent trial. That one are different thing now. But that is the argument their lawyers can make. Right? These girls, they went to the Menon Hotel. Well, it was alleged that they attempted engaging in sexual interaction with them, and the girls refused.
Yeah.
The girls, before the police even came, the girls called the police.
The girls called the police, yeah. And the police
girls called the police. The police went there and were knocking on the door and physically had to break in because somebody alarmed that I left for honor threat and somebody wanted to rape them. I'm sure South Korea, the Liberian opposition, don't have people over there to plant people, that they say they were planted on them. Yeah? When you go to those kind of places, the first thing I want to educate all of us as men, not every country you go, prostitution is legal. Every state in America you go is illegal. One hour man in Liberia, he get one government job, I won't call any. But that man was arrested in America for soliciting, prostitutes. They arrested his mugshot is on the internet. He's on Liberian government official, and I won't call any 1 hour man. So that one of the first thing we need to, when you go somewhere, as I said, is prostitution legal before you even attempt to engage in that act. When you're having sex with somebody, will there be exchange of money or payment for whatever you do? As I said, no question. Do I feel sorry for the family? I'm not saying that Liberians should condemn them, but my man, we are talking children involved. They are underage. They are children. We should also show concern and compassion about the minors that were involved.
Sure.
Just because you see any minor out to the hotel lobby or maybe the supermarket, my man, some children in the country, when you see some 16-year-old, you ask yourself. But if you can hold yourself on planet in America, la problem. That's why I listen to them. Someone can say, in America, even so honorable can have say, I say, where? Because statutory rape, even if when the minor child agrees, say, yeah, let have sex. And the fact that that person is under the age, the person parent can come and make clean. Now, how plenty of Liberian men can come without mindset from Liberia, they can't even put country, they get problem. But how plenty of our brother can come in the town here, they can have problem. Not every pawpaw you see, you go start plucking pawpaw from pawpaw tree. Some pawpaw, they are just dumper pawpaw. Dumper pawpaw, they come to get big, you see it looking big and fat. But it's not real pawpaw. No, seriously, boy. So that's why our people need education. You go somewhere, ask. Remember a few countries like Thailand, prostitution is illegal, I think. Thailand. My man, people chilling. For example, I think I stand to be corrected. Maybe Nevada, Las Vegas. That's why it's called the Sin City. To some extent, gambling and all that kind of thing is legal there. But even when you in Vegas, you must condone yourself because not just anybody with sky on me and she pass 18. If you cannot see your ID, you cannot verify, do not engage. You must disengage. That's why I want to say to that man.
Okay, so that's it. And like I said previously, once he left a line, ignorance to the law is an excuse to no men. We keep saying this. Even I move from here, Liberia, I go to America, when I go to my boy Darlington, the first thing I will ask, my man, what's the moral operandi?
How you can conduct business here?
What's the moral operandi? Then the man will tell me, this is that. But I can't leave from here. I go to Darlington, I ask Darlington how everything is like in the US. I just go, I want to say, I want all the people. I want to take the street and put up over here. Then later on, so they happy that they don't get saved from that because I never asked him. Never asked him. Bro, we all know, man, we can do our funny thing, man. But at least
that's it, right?
Man, somewhere ask, why is this like here? How you guys go about doing things? Then they will show you around. But you just left from London to go to Korea just for 3 days. That type of thing happened. We are not happy about it, Blake.
Yeah,
we are not happy about it, but we need to say, we need to let the Liberian people know what happened. We need to. And this is what happened. And now the guys are serving 9 years. You know what becomes of his wife, their wives?
Yep.
You know what I mean? You know what I meant? The message I sent to your wife that, you were charged based on sexuality. So it means that everywhere that he used to go before, like same thing that used to happen. So,
my man, you see, one of my big brother can say, right? When you go to funeral services and the imam is praying or the pastor preaching a decent sermon, it is not for those who are, who is already dead and going to the grave beyond. It's for the living. My man, in America, when you see high school children, my man, the children can do their hair and makeup. I mean, America, like one country that can teach you discipline. When you come from abroad, like discipline, you got to be disciplined here. When you see the minors passing, my man, for some reason, America, when you see the children walking to go to school, you just front of face. First of all, not all school the children can wear uniform, so they can wear regular clothes, regular jeans, sneaker. They put their bag on their back. They do their braids. If they won't bring it all the way down on their back, that's their business. So, my man, we gotta, Liberian men, we gotta do well, my man, conduct ourselves. Especially to the kind of places you are, you must conduct yourself. Do I still believe that we can engage? Maybe after this administration, the new administration that comes, because Liberians should not be in prison anywhere around the world, especially if we believe that they were not treated fairly. You know what I'm saying? But these people were taken to court. There are laws on the books of South Korea. And for the South Koreans to release them to us, the people should know that we are stringent on allegations of rape. This is human rights issue. The person we are talking about minor children that were involved. If the South Koreans believe that we have the ability to hold these people in our prison, then the possibly can release them to us. Should our government keep engaged with them diplomatically? Yes. And hopefully they can come home. And most of the time, these kinds of things, those people can only probably do maybe 1 year or 2 years, some kind of way diplomatically they can work out the relationship and have those people released. But we all must conduct ourselves. Not just any papa you see that papa.
Okay, so Darlington, is that a wrapping? You concluding now, or you want to take a minute?
I think I have concluded enough. So you see some. La Pantaga boy is to see the dumper in bro. Is that rooting or and chopping and eating? But not everywhere you go see things. Somewhere you go, you take. We must control ourselves. And yes, hugely to our callers. Yes, I think people are misinterpreting the religious advisor when he said the opposition people, they cheap, they now want to spend money. My man, I listened to the Costa Show yet. The religious advisor is one person who that man is not induced or under the influence of any cash. He's not looking for people to put money in your pocket. Because if he wants money, he will support the people in government. But when the man said the opposition people cheap, they don't want to spend money. You can't be going to an election, you're not mobilizing resources. Even you get lawyer partisan, but you will transport them to go to Maryland. You need to get the DSA. If you send somebody child to Cape Mount, you need to make sure that they are in a hotel. If you use your own partisans who are already in Cape Mount, who have a sleeping place, they need to eat. Munya and because they let JMB when I put food in their stomach, our people, my man, vast majority of Liberians, we are poor, brother. So people look up to, few Liberians here who can afford and political people to spend some resources. I believe that Liberians should start contributing towards, opposition, campaign fund? Yes, the Liberian people can do that. But for the people to start doing that thing for your campaign to start gaining momentum, you must show political preparedness. You must engage. If we are sincere about removing Mr. Weah from power, we must ask ourselves the critical question and ensure that we can remove Mr. Weah from power with political preparedness. Prepare, strengthen your base, organize party structure, reopen your different party county, headquarters in the different counties. Let party activities start happening. They put their Mr. Weah banner all over the country. Have the opposition responded? Don't wait for campaign. The people have declared campaign officially open. My man, you are dealing with people who have no interest in the respect of rule of law. It's like you trying to teach, to talk to the administration about the rule of law, right? It's like taking a 12th grader notes and you giving it to a 4th grader or a 3rd grader to read. What a 3rd grader understand about physics, statics, and dynamics? What do they understand about that? What do they know about atoms? How can they reason? These guys they have no interest in the respect of the rule of law. They don't have no understanding. They are not interested. All they want, because some of them, the first job they ever had was to be minister here, mayor there. They have never worked for nobody. They have never taken feedback. They were never under the supervision of nobody. They have never built themselves up their business. The CDC is the only place they know. That is the only, for them, it's a place of survival. It is not about service delivery. So that Liberian people need to unify. Lead opposition people to say, the people are not united. The Liberian people, you need to unify and rally around their suffering and ensure that this man go for just this term and no term only. Thank you, Boga.
Thank you so much, Darlington Collins, for being a part of it. And join us tomorrow. That's when we'll be back here for a brand new edition. We have 6 hours, and you also took part into it by calling in. So it's been a very wonderful time this morning on the Costa Show. Join the team tomorrow. We'll be back here for a brand new edition. Up until then, is bye-bye from our end.